Oh, there's no place like home for the holidays, 'cause no matter how far away you roam, if you pine for the sunshine of a friendly gaze, for the holidays you can't beat home, sweet home. So friends, if you're thinking that's the biggest fantasy I've ever seen in my life, you're not alone. I'm actually doing this video because someone asked me about holidays and getting together as a family. And specifically, this was a mom saying, my son says he just can't make it to Thanksgiving. He suffers from depression and he just doesn't feel like he can do that. So I said I'd put something together with some suggestions for how to handle family situations during the holidays. I'm not an expert. Actually, at this time in my life, my family get-togethers are pretty good. You know, we have some contention, some differences of opinions. We have some pretty strong, bullheaded people. We have some people who always want their way. You know, we have those kind of struggles, but we don't have terrible things. We don't have a drunk grandpa who ruins every Christmas. I'm going to talk about 4 different things. First, what I'm recommending is a pre-holiday communication. Whether that's with all of the family or this one person who doesn't want to come, you should talk ahead of time. And you know, ask some questions like, why don't you want to come? What are some things that we did in the past or that you've seen that you would really like to do at a Thanksgiving or holiday get-together? What is it that bothers you most about coming to a family gathering? And so, you know, have a communication, one-on-one or in a group, and talk about what it is you want out of holidays and what makes you not want to come. What would have to happen to make you happy to come to that holiday gathering? You know, you can ask people, what are your favorite things to do at a family gathering? What games do you like to play? What snacks do you like? What food do you want included in the dinner? You know, be honest. It's okay to say to somebody, are you feeling really depressed? What about your depression makes it hard for you to come to a family gathering? You want to have an honest, heartfelt talk. And it's okay to ask the person if they're feeling depressed. It's okay to ask them if they're feeling suicidal. Now, let me just take a break here and say, if they are feeling suicidal, you need to do something now. You need to get them some help now, or you need to stay with them, not leave them alone, or have somebody stay there with them. If they just can't come to the dinner and they're telling you they're suicidal, send somebody over. Take a meal over and sit with them. If they're suicidal, please don't leave them alone. And for the person who is feeling suicidal, you need to go to your family reunion, especially if you're feeling suicidal. You need to be with people, not to be alone. So that's number 1. Have an honest, open communication about how to make the holiday work for both of you, for all of you. The second one is, it's okay to set some boundaries. And that could be anything. You know, we always talk about, here's the subjects we don't talk about at Christmas, you know, at gatherings. We don't talk about politics. We don't talk about religion. And that's probably a good idea. But there could be a lot more. As Kathy and I thought about this, you know, we found that, you know, we think the biggest thing is people avoid family gatherings because they don't want to be judged. And family members can be very judgmental. You know, why haven't you had children yet? When are you going to get a decent job? You ever going to go to college? When are you going to retire? All you ever do is sit around. You're just a lazy bum. I don't know what they are. There's lots of different things people could say that are judgmental. And so maybe you set some boundaries around that. Say, look, if anybody starts to get judgmental, we're going to ring a bell. And, you know, that person has to get up and do a happy dance or something. I don't know what it is. You need to figure it out. But just think about preparing for these gatherings and trying to make them better for everybody. The other boundaries might be time. I mean, some people may avoid going to gatherings. I know I've avoided going to gatherings or wanted to avoid going to gatherings because I thought, oh my gosh, it's going to be all day long. You know, if that's what's keeping somebody away, then say, well, how long do you want to be there? Can you come for 2 hours? Can you come long enough to eat and then play a game with us? And the third thing we talked about was make it okay for yourself or for other people to take a break during the gathering. It's better for everybody if I just go find a place to chill out and just get calm. And that's so much better than if I just blow up. It's okay to take a break. In fact, I was thinking about it and thought, you know, if you have mental health issues that are really bothersome to you and the party, the gathering just starts to wear on you, you know, go step out onto the porch. Go for a walk. And, you know, if you're going to go out on the porch, look around the room and see if there's another relative there that might want to go out on the porch with you. So the last thing I want to talk about, and maybe the most important, is love. You know, why do we get together? We get together for the love of the family. We get together with our family because we want to know they care for us. So how do I show love? Instead of saying, when Mark comes in late, yeah, you're always the last one to arrive, you could say, Mark, I'm so glad you're here. I just am really glad you're here. I wanted to see you. I hope I get some time to talk with you. Take some time to think about how you can show them love, how you can show them love that is meaningful and acceptable and they're receptive to. So you have to stop. You can't just go by the seat of your pants on this. I think you have to stop before it begins. Everybody who's coming to this gathering, stop before it begins, before you get out of the car and go in the house or before you leave home, and say, how can I show love today? What's the best way for me to love my family? Corny? Yeah, no cornier than the pictures at the beginning, right? And don't we all want to have just better holidays? I think we can do that. I think this works for everybody. So let me know. Let me know if it helps. Let me know what you learned from this. Let's try something different this holiday season and see if we come out feeling better. Hey, thanks.